Right, welcome. It's great to be here with you tonight. Let's do a quick audio test, make sure you can hear me. Okay, good. Welcome to the webinar. My name is Ben Fredericks. I'm with Odell Barnes REO and want to be respectful of your time. So let's go ahead and get started. Just going to take about 30 minutes tonight to go through this Premier Partner Investing program and a great opportunity for some serious investors to get involved with us in buying our product at even deeper discounts. So let's get going. If you don't know me, if we've never met before, or we aren't connected on social media or any other platform, my name is Ben Fredericks. I'm one of the co-founders of Odell Barnes REO, and we are one of the largest buyers of distressed REOs and auction properties in the U.S. We buy properties in bulk every month from banks and auction companies through our relationships, and we send those, sell those to end investors or even on owner financing to people that are looking to buy a home for themselves. Just a quick disclaimer, investing is risky and we don't make any guarantee or claim of any kind of rate of return. Markets can change and you should only invest in real estate without speculating, a lesson in which I learned the hard way years ago. And invest at your own risk and only buy what you can afford. So why are you here? You know, what is it you're looking to get out of potentially working with a company like ours? You know, you might be looking to acquire more real estate. I'm guessing that's why you're here. You want to find more deals. We hear from a lot of people that we work with that great deals are scarce in the market. Margins are thin. And you might want to find more potential rentals if that's your game of cash flow. And ultimately, it's to create more freedom. I think any real estate investor will tell you that that's what this game is all about. It's about creating freedom, passive income, and you know, creating time for yourself is really what it's all about. What they don't tell you is that it takes a lot of time for that to happen. So it doesn't happen overnight. It's going to require work, but it's a fun game, and we really enjoy doing it. So why are we here? Well, we have more deals than we can handle, and it's getting to a point now where we want to enlarge our distribution network of investors that we work with, and we want to have more win-win relationships with serious investors around the country, you know, that we can work with to help take advantage of these opportunities. And it's going to increase our ability to work with people like you and do even more deals in the marketplace. We know if we're quickly moving deals through the system, we can go back to banks and auction companies and get even more deals. We have a tremendous amount of opportunity, and we want to share in that opportunity with investors around the country. Like I said, that we can form win-win relationships with. So what we're going to cover, I'm going to talk with you about how we buy these deals, how we get these properties at, you know, these distressed assets at pennies on the dollar. And the big secret is it's all about relationships. You know, Odell's been in this game for 40 years and has great relationships across the industry, and that's what it's all about. I'm also going to briefly talk with you about how you can virtually sell these properties around the country. So if you are not into fix and flipping, or you're not into you know, rentals, maybe you just want to create some flipping income, how you can do that, how we do that, and I'll give you a couple of insights on that. And then finally, how you can get exclusive first look access to our newest inventory before the rest of the world at better prices than anybody else is going to see. So first, let's cover what kind of assets we buy. All right, we're buying distressed properties. Many of the houses we buy, they need a lot of work, and many just need a little bit of work. It really just kind of depends on the location and how we came across these assets, which particular auction company or bank, and how we get these properties, like I said before, is through relationships. So imagine I'm Walmart and you own Joe's T-shirt shop, LLC, and both of us go to China to try to negotiate a deal to buy t-shirts. Who is it that you think is going to get the better deal? Obviously, it's going to be Walmart, right? Because they're buying in volume. They're buying in bulk. They're going to get bulk pricing. That's essentially exactly what happens with us. It makes it very difficult for somebody that maybe buys 1 or 2 deals a month to compete with us because we're buying so many. In fact, I've seen it where we've bought deals for cheaper than someone that actually had met the reserve and was the highest bidder on an online auction platform. How does this happen? Well, it happens because the bank knows we're going to close. They know we're going to do exactly what we say we're going to do. And we make it easy for the bank. We always fund, and the banks, they just know us. So, and it makes it a very comfortable, great relationship that is very difficult for one person who's maybe doing a singular deal to get. And our average purchase price on property, just as an FYI, is about $12,000. That might seem hard to believe depending upon what market you're in. If you're in California, that's going to seem insane. If you're in New York or New Jersey, that might sound crazy as well. But this is our average. You know, last year when we bought over 250 properties last year, our average purchase price was $12,000. So what kind of investor are you? Do you fix and flip? If you're into that game, we've got deals that work for you. And I'm just going to show you a couple of examples. Obviously don't have time to go through all the properties that we've sold, but I'm going to show you a couple of deals that have worked for investors that we work with. This was a deal that we picked up and sold to our investor for $19,000. They turned around, they went in, did the rehab, fixed it up, got it in rental condition, and sold it to a turnkey renter or a rental investor for $78,000. Now, I have a lot of investors that I work with that are into this strategy. So they will fix up the property, put a tenant in it, and then sell it as a turnkey opportunity. These properties work great for that because there's plenty of investors in the marketplace that are looking just for places to put their money that provide cash flow. They don't want a lot of hassle of doing the repairs and the rehab and whatnot, but they want the cash flow. So turnkey rental investors, providers tend to do very well with our product. This is another deal in Crestview, Florida, which is up near the Panhandle. This sold to one of our investors for $15,500. I think we picked up this property for about $11,000 or $12,000, and the investor ended up fixing and rehabbing this entire place and sold it for $85,000. Now, something interesting about this property, as you can see, I mean, it's not a great property, right? So it needed a roof. The inside, we were told, was covered in mold. If you know anything about summer in Florida, it's hot, it's humid, and if you don't have AC running, it can be a disaster for the house. So anyway, we were told by multiple people, you should just tear this place down. You're never going to sell it, et cetera, et cetera. Our investor came in here and he has a crew, and they went in, did an amazing rehab on it. I wish I had the after pictures to show you or the walkthrough video, but did a great rehab for, you know, inexpensive, and sold it for $85,000. So, you know, these are the kind of deals that we get. They require work. So, you know, if you're looking for something that's like easy and, you know, to do in terms of rehabs and stuff like that, these probably aren't the deals for you. But if you've got a crew, if you've got teams, if you've got people that you trust and work with already that can go in and have a pre-designed, you know, system of doing rehabs, these are awesome opportunities. Here's a deal that we just did in Newton, New Jersey. We sold this to an investor for $39,000, and they literally turned around and sold it within a couple of days for $53,000. Now, a lot of people might say, well, gee, you know, Ben, you left a lot of money on the table there, and that's probably true. But at the end of the day, this investor made money on the deal, which is the most important thing to us. So why? Because this investor is going to come back and do more deals. They know our deals are profitable. They know that we're thinking of them first, which is key. I've said it before, and you'll hear me say it probably 50 more times tonight. Relationships are key. So deals like this, when I see that, I don't get upset. I have a good friend, investor who's become a good friend of mine in Ohio. He's made probably over hundreds of thousands of dollars on our deals, and he just did an awesome one in the Cleveland market, and I know he's going to crush it on that deal. I don't get mad about that. Like, that is super exciting for me. I love that he's going to win, because that means we're going to continue our relationship. We're going to continue to be profitable together. So if I tried to win on myself on this deal and my investor can't make a whole lot of money, they're just going to go seek elsewhere. So I'm looking for long-term, mutually profitable relationships here. This is what the kind of thing that we want to have. So if cash flow is your thing, we can do some really exciting things with these properties, okay? So first and foremost, if you want to do fix up and rent yourself and just hold, you can do that, all right? So this is a deal that we did in Columbus, Ohio. We sold this to a buy and hold investor for 10 grand. They still own this property, so far as I know. They went in, fixed it up. It was a duplex. And, you know, Columbus is a very hot market. In fact, I haven't seen another deal in Columbus since then. And it might have to wait till after the recession. But at any rate, if you are into building a rental portfolio and you have the capacity to go in and do some rehab work or fix them up, get them rental ready, these are great deals for that. On the flip side of that coin, there are notes. And I could spend a whole bunch of time talking to you about notes. All right. So if you're into notes, you might want to shoot me a message outside of this, and we can discuss further. If you've got questions about notes, or you can also, I have another Facebook group called Building Wealth with Owner Financing that you can go check out, or Building Wealth Through Creating Notes, I think is what it's called. At any rate, this deal, the investor bought for $15,000, and they turned around and sold it on an owner financing contract for about $36,000. They got $5,000 down and $400 a month for the next 10 years with a nice little ROI for 47%. Here's the best thing about this deal. The investor did nothing to the property. They did not make any rehab repairs. They sold it 100% as is to their end buyer, allowed them to come in, have some equity in the property, but have to put in sweat equity to do the repairs. So notes are where it gets really exciting, because you can start creating a tremendous amount of wealth on paper assets very quickly with these deals, because we can sell them typically from anywhere from 2 to 3 times the acquisition price on an owner finance deal, and still make it very well worth it to the buyer. We're always looking at rents, making sure that the payment is better than the local rents are, and, you know, just creating a great opportunity for a family to own a property that might not have a chance otherwise. So literally over the last 2 years, we've created 7 figures of net worth just from notes. So it's an amazing opportunity if you're into that game at all, or if you even want to learn it. We'll be happy to share that with, some info with that, on that with you. So currently we've got it's actually probably a little bit less than this now, because we just sold 4 properties today, but we've got about 130 properties in inventory right now across 25 states. Our sweet spots are really from Texas to the East Coast. So we do really well in the Rust Belt, Southeast, and Northeast. We do get some stuff out West occasionally. California, Arizona, Nevada, very tough to come by. Those are hyper competitive states, and, you know, we might not see anything there again until the next recession. So we've got single deals and package deals available as well. So you can buy a package of deals and save a lot, and I'll cover that a little bit more. So, but let's look at a couple of single deals that we have available now. Obviously, you can go to our website, but if you see something that you like, you can simply email me, ben@obreo.net. And we'll work out a deal. Here's a property in Gilbertown, Alabama. As you can see, this property needs a roof. It also is going to need an interior rehab, but it sits on an acre of land. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths for less than 14 grand. Gilbertown is not exactly a sprawling metropolis by any stretch. It's a little bit country, But the great thing about these properties is that there are locals in that area that will eat that up. They're not leaving. They want to stay there. That's where their family is. That's where they grew up. This would be a great opportunity to turn into a rental or even wholesale out or do an owner finance. That's a great thing about these properties. There's multiple exit strategies that you can use on these deals. So you're not just pigeonholed to try and just to flip it, you know. So there's 3 different ways you can market this property and turn a profit. Most of our deals, as you're going to see, they're not in major metropolitan areas. Okay, they tend to be outside of that. So if you're looking for deals in Atlanta, Orlando, Tampa, you know, Miami, things like that, the boroughs in New York, Philly, you're not going to find them with us typically. Those typically get sold on the courthouse steps or sold by local realtors that do REOs. These are going to be properties that are on the outskirts of major metropolitan areas, or perhaps in even rural areas. Here's a deal in Blytheville, Arkansas. It's currently occupied. We don't buy a lot of properties that are currently occupied, but this deal was very good and just too good not to pass up. So this one is $29,900. This property is probably worth $70,000 or $80,000 after you go in and do some updating and cleaning out. So this would be an interesting deal in Arkansas that we could work together on. Here's some land. We do buy land occasionally. I've got some great pieces of land right now. This one is in Alturas, California. I've got some in Tennessee in a lake community. I've got property in North Carolina near Asheville that is beautiful. It's got just near the mountains. So, but this particular one is almost 1.5 acres of land in California for less than $25,000. California, it's almost impossible to not do well out there. There's a property in Surrency, Georgia for $7,500. With a $7,500 property, you can imagine what you're getting. Okay, property is going to need rehab. This would be a great rental property if you can get in there and do some updating and fixing up. It's a cute little house in Decatur, Illinois. Decatur is a great little rental market. We also do very well there on owner financing. So for $17,000, you can get a cute little bungalow house here and turn it into a rental property. This one needs some definite cleanup inside. Probably, as you can see, maybe a new roof, but ultimately the cash flow is going to make sense on this deal as a rental, probably even owner finance if you want to go that route. This is a little shotgun house in Morris, Illinois. It's actually quite nice. We've got some more pictures of this property and all of our properties on our website, which you can go to, which is just obreo.net or odellbarnesreo.com. This one's for $34,500. Great little house. I think they call that a shotgun house, but this is a cute little place and a good deal. We do get the occasional multifamily. Usually it's small multifamily. We don't get apartment complexes or anything like that, but the duplexes up to fourplexes we do. This one's in Rockford, Illinois for $20,000. Duplexes never last long. They tend to go very quickly. So this is something that you can take a look at as well. You can see just from the look, new fascia, new roof, interior rehab, but opportunity here for positive income cash flow. Newcastle, Indiana for $8,500. Estimated rents in this area are $650 a month. So come in, get it rental ready. Sweet little cash flow deal here and good opportunity. Marion, Indiana for $7,900. We do great in Indiana. It's one of our favorite markets. Again, just another example of available deals here. This would probably even, it shows estimated rents of $545. I think this would be an awesome owner finance deal. I believe we just actually sold this property in Alexandria, Louisiana. Louisiana, we crush it in Louisiana. It's one of our favorite markets this year. It's been awesome. $7,500 for this property. Cute little place. Just needed some updating and some landscape work here, and it's going to make a great opportunity. Nice little barn house here in Lansing, Michigan. In Michigan, we also do very well. Detroit, we've done very well in. Lansing, we've done well in. Jackson, Michigan, Only place we've not done particularly well in is going to be the Upper Peninsula, only because it's very rural. We've done one deal there. It took a while to sell, but it worked out well because it went to a truck driver who wanted some peace and quiet. So got 10 acres of land here in Marks, Mississippi for just $11K. So if you're into building or subdividing, that's something that you could do with this piece of property. So for $1,100 an acre, it's tough to beat. Another deal in Mississippi, Clarksdale, 9,900. This is probably an excellent owner financing opportunity for somebody to do. So this could easily sell on an owner finance note for 30,000 bucks, probably $400 or $500 a month. And another deal here in Rock Island. I could go on and on. I mean, we've got 130 properties. I just wanted to give you guys a sample of deals here, but this one for 9,900 in Rock Island, make a solid little rental property there. So if you want to buy a package of deals, you can, and you can save more. If you've got the buying power to buy packages of properties, we're really going to work well together. We love working with investors that buy just a couple a month, don't get me wrong, but working on packages of deals is going to open up more opportunities with our auction and bank relationships, because we'll be able to facilitate moving the properties even quicker. So think of this as, like buying real estate at Costco. You're going to get a bigger discount just for buying in bulk. So the average price of the properties in this package is about 15 grand. And on these deals, there's probably anywhere from a 30 to 50% margin, depending upon what you want to do with them. So I said I'd get into a little bit about how we actually sell these properties. We use a lot of online resources, obviously, Facebook, Craigslist. We also talk with local realtors and property managers. But realistically, I mean, our number one source is relationships. So they're the key to succeeding in real estate, really across the board. Our relationships with the auction companies, the banks, and our relationships with our buyers, it's all about creating win-win situations. We want to create a win-win opportunity for the bank and the auction company, and we want to create one for our buyers so we can get some synergy there. And we're always putting, our best foot forward to make sure that our investors are getting a great deal so that they'll come back and buy more. So we're seeking these ongoing long-term relationships, and the best way to do that is to make sure that they're win-win for everybody. I just can't stress that enough. So how can you get onto our buyers list? Well, you might already be on it. If you are, that's great. But you also can join a Facebook group that we have. It's called Odell Barnes REO Investors. I'll have a link for that here shortly. You can also become a premier partner investor with us. And I'll get into that in just a little bit, what exactly that is. Here's some testimonials from a couple of investors that we've worked with, which is great. I love to see our investors making money. One other one that I put on here was a deal that we did for an owner financing, and where they sent us a picture of their little girl making muffins in the house. And that's probably one of my favorite things, one of my favorite reviews that we've ever gotten. That's our business is about impact. So if we can make an impact in your life as an investor, that's great. And we also want to make an impact in the life of others. So my ultimate vision is to help 10,000 people become homeowners. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this and opening up this opportunity, is because it'd be very difficult to do that on my own. But if I can do that by proxy, by doing it through people like you, it's just going to make hitting that target much easier. The spider web of exponential growth through others can really facilitate what I'm trying to accomplish here. So if you are, I spoke about becoming a premier partner. This is something completely new that we're doing, and it's not going to be a fit for everyone. However, if you're looking to get access to our deals and before the competition and get exclusive pricing, then this might be a pretty cool opportunity. So this is what you'll get as a premier partner. You're going to get exclusive early access to our properties 7 days before the public. So you can preview the properties, get out, check them out. We put lock boxes on most of our deals. That should give you ample enough time to do your due diligence to where you can pull the trigger on a deal that you like. You're also going to get exclusive premier pricing. Think of it like, again, like being a member of Costco. You get more discounts than non-members, and you're even gonna, and even more when you're buying in bulk. Also get an invitation to join our private Facebook group. Going to be excellent for networking and sharing ideas with other investors on your level. I mean, the best ideas I've gotten have been from networking, and we want a community of go-givers in this particular private group. Also, we're going to share with you our marketing strategies and processes that we've spent years crafting to move your properties either for cash, rent, or owner finance. We can offer you some great resources on the owner financing front just because we've got it pretty much down pat now. But that strategy alone can help you create a tremendous amount of wealth. And then there's going to be future opportunities for us to mastermind together, as a group in either virtually or in different locations. Where we can, again, share our successes, share our challenges. These are going to be great opportunities to grow as a group, and something that I would be really excited to participate in with you guys. All right, so what's all this cost? Well, one, you can join our Facebook group, Odell Barnes REO Investors, absolutely free. That costs nothing, all right? So sign up for that if you do anything else. Everybody should at least go in there and request to be a member. You'll get access to the deals. You just won't get the exclusive pricing of the deals, and you won't get them as quickly. But you'll be privy when we release new inventory, and you'll still have a great opportunity to buy. The second option is to join our Facebook group, Premier Partners, and that's just $300 and $30 a month. Right. So, and you can cancel this at any time. I promise you guys, it will never be this cheap again. I can promise you, because we know you'll make tens of thousands of dollars on our deals. All right. I have enough social proof from other investors that we work with to know that that's fact. And again, this isn't for everyone, and you do have to apply. I'm not into taking money just to take it. We're looking for serious investors that are seriously looking to buy real estate, and lots of it. All right. So the question is can you see yourself taking action when you're faced with an opportunity to buy real estate? I mean, do you move quickly on deals? Are you decisive? If you do, and you have the means to do so, we'll look forward to talking with you. So if you're interested in applying for this, head over to this link, odellbarnesreo.com/Premier Partners. And there's just a few questions, and you can apply, and I'll be in touch if I feel like we're a good fit. Again, if you're not in a position to buy a few deals a month right now, join the free Facebook group. It'll be a great place for you to get access to the deals, get started, to network. If you're a newbie, it's going to be a great place. You're going to get to look at a lot of deals, exercise that muscle of analysis. All right. And, it'll be a great way for you to start networking with others in the business. So again, I guess the biggest question is, can you see yourself utilizing this opportunity? I mean, for less than $2 a day, you'll get access to some awesome deals in real estate and an opportunity to network and mastermind with people doing hundreds of these deals a year. So that's a steal. I literally pay over $20K a year just to be in one of my mastermind groups. So this is a freaking bargain and a half. I'm going to take, here's the links again, just in case. The free Facebook group, it's just facebook.com. If you just search Odell Barnes REO Investors. And then if you want to apply for the Premier Partners, just go to odellbarnesreo.com/Premier Partners. I'm going to open it up for some Q&A. So feel free to type in some questions in the chat box, and I'll take a few moments to answer a couple of questions here. Okay, first question coming in from Karen. Can we owner finance deals? Yes, absolutely. The term, if you're an investor and you want to owner finance deals from us, you absolutely can. Obviously, the prices that you see, those are going to be reflective of our cash price, but we can work out a deal on owner financing terms for you as well. It would just depend on how long you're going to need the money, what kind of down payment you have, and all of that. But yes, absolutely. That's a great question. You can totally owner finance deals with us. how to get in touch with us about bulk purchases, just shoot me an email. All right. If you want to talk about any of those bulk packages that we have, just shoot me an email. My email is right there on the screen, ben@obreo.net, and we can definitely talk about those. Do I know a Vic Ford? No, I don't know Vic Ford, unless he previously had worked with Odell, which is a possibility. Is the $300 every year? No. Great question. No, it's just a one-time fee. Helps us with the admin piece, but yeah, it's just a one-time fee and then $30 a month. And you guys will be grandfathered in. So if we rejoin, if we quit and rejoin, do we need to repay the 300? That's a good question. I hadn't thought about that. I would say yes, because I want you to show your commitment. So, you know, again, we're talking about like $2 a day. So if there's a reason for you to quit, it's either because you're not doing deals, or you're not in a position to buy deals in the first place. So again, this is not going to be, you know, if you're like trying to do your first deal, the Premier may not be the spot for you, right? You may just want to join the Facebook group. But at any rate, yes, I would say yes. If you decide to cancel and then want to rejoin the group later, yes, we would have you go through that process again. And we'd probably have a serious conversation with you about what's changed since that time. Any other questions? All right. All right, guys. Well, look, I want to thank you for taking some time to show up today. I really appreciate it. I know this represents an interruption in your evening, so I want to thank you for coming and checking it out. I hope to be able to work with many of you in the groups and on a Premier partner basis. That would be very exciting for us, and to see you guys get some great deals and to have a really long-term ongoing relationship that helps you get to where you want to be as an investor. So again, here are the links. You can go check those out, and we'll look forward to connecting with you there. If you have any questions, again, you can contact me here on my email address. Be happy to answer those offline. But again, everybody should go join the free Facebook group. There's no reason not to. That's where we're going to post our deals first from here on out. After the Premier partners have gotten their 7-day look, but after that period, where all the deals are going to go in there. So we look forward to working with you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you again for taking some time out of your night, and we'll look forward to talking with you soon.